Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'm doing New Game Plus, and today I'm going to show y'all the Dragoon storyline. I hope y'all enjoy it. So, let's get into it. Yuan seeks your aid in assisting an old friend. Because it's New Game Plus, there's no rewards in it, so let's get into it. Ah, I dare say, you might just be the right man for the job. The Guild has urgent need of a capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. I've received word from an Ishgardian friend to an effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional Dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offer to dispatch a contingent of wood whalers with all haste, but we were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy yet unbound by allegiance. And who fits that description saves adventurers. Secrecy beyond paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task, as you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Albert will receive you upon arrival. Alright. Oh. Wrong place. Camp Dragonhead is where we're gonna have to go to first. This quest line starts at level 30, so you should be good. You should get to level 30 before all this happens. That should be better. Now we make our way to Camp Dragonhead. I believe that's what it's called. Yep, Camp Dragonhead. Check out all this beautiful snow. Okay, I need to fix this, because that was going to bug me for a little while. If you have access to a mount, it will be much faster to get here, but It's also much faster to fly, which I don't think at this point in time you might not have access to flight. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom Yuan sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Albert Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we have reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to the sea afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gradanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Londrail might have knowledge of routes off taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I would prefer to keep my identity a secret and thus would have you gather what information you can from the man. We must act quickly, for you say Estinian is... But I have already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone. Yep, let's go. Routes favored by Ishgardian fugitives? Now that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't plotting some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you make it far. Any road we've caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud. What with Gridania being home to nearly as many Ezians as Ishgard. It is not easy. It is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than visit Flantel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Ediston. If any suspicious person have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. Anyway, let's just hop on a mount. Right now I'm using the spear that's inspired by Venot from the Yokai Watch event. But the rest of my gear is like Lancer and Dragoon gear. You have to be a Lancer in order to take this quest. Hail, adventurer. Yes, I am one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Cothurius. An Ishgardian knight clad in black armor. No, I recall nothing of the sort, and such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest that you return to Longrill and see if he has any other theories. Alright. No luck, you say? Most curious. Why is it nigh impossible that a fugitive can make it this far without being inspired from Florentian Spire? Which leaves the possibility that your man is still in Ishgard. It runs counter to good sense, but the fugitive not want to put a distance of ground between them and his pursuers, but by the process of deduction, it is a possibility. The crimes of Ishgard are not kind. The climes of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of curious smoke waiting from a cave east of here at night. Where are you? I might begin my search there. Alright, let's head over there. Just falls from the sky. That Ishgard would result to sending a coin-starved adventurer after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. The eye, it rouses for another. Preposterous. Our paths shall cross again, you can be sure of that. Superman your way out of here. Now we head back to the observatory. You can hear the howling of the cold air. A dragoon clad in black, you say? Tell me all that inspired. By the Fury, the Eye would choose another? I had not thought it possible. In light of recent events, it would seem an explanation is in order. The Eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Dravania, on equal footing, soaring the firmaments as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is the light of hope of all Ishgardians and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, a thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Stanian's misdeeds and mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Coroner. You have had received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is why of it. Never before in Ishgar's long history has the eye aroused for more than one individual in a single generation, but it avails us not to cuddle our brains about it. The fact of the matter is you are now a vessel for the power of a dragon. The dragon lies yet in slumber, however. Must you must needs possess the means to wake it. The soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Connor. Like Estinian, I once ruled the skies as the Azure Dragoon. Though that the power has since become lost to me, it was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose for a second, and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear: none can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail, save another Azure Dragoon. You are our only hope in bringing Estanian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a dragoon no more, but what knowledge I have I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less that complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail you. That previous road lies ahead of you. I shall not deny knowing this. If you would still lend me your lance, I would teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. The next Dragoon crest is available upon reaching level 35. So basically, every 5 levels you'll get a new Dragoon quest. And now you have Dragoon unlocked. And you gain the ability to jump, which is the Dragoon's signature skill. Now, we just go ahead and equip it. As you saw, my gear change. This is my normal Dragoon gear that I have glamored on. And I should move back to the actual weapon that I use. Sir Albert would have you undertake a trial. Alright, let's go for it. It is pleasing to see how ready the dragon stirs within you. You show great potential, Connor, a potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estinian is no ordinary dragoon. Even when set against the legendary Azures in ages past, the man is considered second to none. Such in his prowess is, in fact, that the day he was chosen by the Eye, it was proclaimed that Hardrath, the dragon's eye, had been reborn. I mean no disparage your skills, Connor, but to pursue a Estinian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the way of the Dragoon, that you might face the Estinian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you edified regarding our origins. It all began in a millennium past, when our forebears resided in the southern plains in humble circumstances. The Fury, impressed by the spirits of our ancestors, decided it was meet that she make them her own. So did she appear before Hadrath's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thorgrin, and bade him lead her people to the promised land, so that would become the great nation of Ishgard. Their journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thorgrin and his people set to building a bridge. It was then that the dark shadow descended upon them, a great worm, Nihog, heedless to his own safety. Thorgrin fiercely charged the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by one of his own, a man subdued by the worm, and fell to his death. Taking up his slain sire's lance, Hagar hurled himself at Nihog as tears streamed down his face. The confrontation ended with the young man, his hand guided by her own, landed a mighty thrust and pierced out Nihog's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled, while jubilation reigned below. Ishgar's priceless relic is none other than the eye taken from Nihog that day. It is vertebrally wellspring of dragon power. Even so removed from its owner, it can avert control over the hearts of men. Halgarth himself felt the malign influence, but his love for justice brooked no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. So was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of a dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Halgraf proved to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we need not fear being taken in its thrall. But what is justice precisely? Justice assures many shapes and forms, Carter, and none can say that one is greater than another. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Bruce Mont will see the next stage of training. Seek him out at Rich Drop. Which means right above Camp Dragonhead. We'll just teleport there and we'll get the party started. And here is Mont, all the way down here. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Huh. Sir Albert speaks of legends and chosen ones, but I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion, with your lance defend yourself. Alright. Oh, already dead. Let's kill them while we're at it. I'm a little bit overpowered, but that's fine for this right now. You have some skill. I'll give you that. And the glow of your soul crystal, perhaps Sir Albert was not wrong about you. After all, now return to him. Your training here is complete. This one was mainly story, but it's fine. You do have a little battle that you undertake. I'm just gonna fly out of this area and we're gonna head back to Sir Albert. The soul of the dragon grows ever stronger within you, Connor. Clearly, your trial was a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you have just begun to walk down the path of a dragoon, it is clear that you possess a talent to become Stenian's equal. Go forth and make the power that you have attained your own, and when the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. That's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for the next exciting part of the Dragoon journey. Until then, adios.